Hello. Another video is up. Welcome all. This is again Maina from Decibel, and we have a new video. Today we want to talk about an equalizer. So we will go directly into what an equalizer is, how it performs, how it operates, and we are going to cover a few features here and there. And that's it. So let's look at what an equalizer is. Let's yes, so as you can see, this is what we call an equalizer. There is someone at the back connecting something, but we are going to concentrate with the equalizer. So this is called a DBX. This is a DBX, it's called 231S graphic equalizer. So this graphic equalizer has a few features here and there. We're going to explain to you what they are used for and how they are used. So an equalizer comes immediately after the mixer. So remember, this is what we call a mixer. So this one comes immediately after the mixer. So after you are finished with your setting, with your setup in the mixer, you, from the outputs, which are these two, you link your cables directly to the equalizer. I'll be showing you another video of how you fix now all these items together. But after the signal comes from the mixer, it comes to the equalizer. So the equalizer has an input and has an output. So let me show you at the back. So the back, there's something called inputs. It has two channels. That's channel number 2 and channel number 1. So 1 and 2. So this is an input for channel number 1, input for channel number 2. So when cables are coming from the mixer output, they're supposed to come into the input. Okay, that's where you use the XLR, the male and female cable. So output to input, another channel output to input. It has both XLR and jack inputs. So this is also another input for channel 1 and input for channel 2. So it has a choice of either XLR or the jack pin inputs. They also have outputs that will go to the crossover. These are outputs. Either go to the crossover or go to the amplifier. This is the on and off switch for powering the equalizer. So let's turn it back. So the first knob that you're going to see, the main one, is called the volume. This is where you control your input volumes. So this is for channel number 1 and this is for channel number 2, as we have indicated from below the below the equalizer, behind, sorry. So this is the first knob to control the volume of the input that is coming into the channel 1. And okay, so let's go on. So this is the volume, as we were saying, controlling the first channel, the volume controlling the second channel. So we talked about frequency. That is what I want us to concentrate on today. We talked about frequencies, and we said the frequencies are into 3: the highs, the lows, and the mids. So normally what happens, these are what we call hertz, from 20 hertz up to 20 kilohertz. Okay, so the high frequency are the highest in hertz. All right, so on your right is where we have the high frequencies. Normally when you get any form of equalizer, because the frequencies are divided into 3, okay, the high, the mid, and the low, from your right hand, the farthest end is normally the high frequencies. So from the 20 hertz going down to the 20 kilohertz, going down to 20 hertz. This is from now high frequency to low frequency. So if you want to know the number of bars that cover the high, the mid, and the low, you divide the number of bars into 3s. So 3 is because we have high, mid, and low. So normally this is 31 bars. So as you are saying, you divide the 31 bars into 3 segments. That's the first 10, the second 10, the last 10. The first 10 from the 20 hertz is the low frequencies, the middle 10 is the mid frequencies, and the last 10 is the high frequencies. All right, so the further you go from your left to right, it's from low, mid to high. So this is the highest of the highest frequencies according to this equalizer, which is 20k. In some equalizers you will find more than 20k, but a lesson for another day. Most tweeters cannot go beyond 20k. So you can find equalizers that has more than 20k in frequencies, but even if you lift the bars up, you will not be able to feel the difference in your speakers. So that is it. On your right and left channels, they both have these bars running from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. That's from the A side and the B side, which is the channel 1 and channel 2. You see this is the volume control to control the intensity of the sound that's going out. And if you notice, it has dBs as well, so from 12 dBs to plus 12 dBs. Okay, yeah, so let's go on. Solo ziko pasta karibu sana. Yes. Imol. Show up, okay, so this is sorry for that. This is 12 plus 12 dBs. That's the maximum we can go. And then the lowest we can go is minus 12 dBs. The standard normally is 0, but the best thing about an equalizer, you can do more than 0 if the intensity that was coming out from the mixer was moderate. So if the sound was clean, if you are doing let's say 0 dBs or less than 0 dBs, you have the right to do more than 0 dBs here, because that means that you are getting a small clean sound from the mixer, amplifying that through the equalizer. All right, so that is it. We will do another video now to show you exactly how that works. So the last thing is this indicator over here. This is called the output level. This is the dB units over here. So this is just to show you how much dBs you are doing when you are driving your volume knob. Starts from minus 10. The average unit is 0. Then you can be doing plus 10 or plus 18, which is too much. Even plus 10 can be too much. You realize if we push the mixer or if we push the equalizer past 10 dBs, this will start to clip red, which is not good. It means that it is giving out a distorted sound, which is usually too much noise. So this is the last feature. There's a clip over here as well. This will show clip when the signal is too much. That's too much. When it's too much, you will get noise from when it's clipping the distortion button over here. So we also have an equalizer bypass. There's a switch over here where if you light it on like that, this means that you are bypassing the equalizer. So whatever thing you will do over here, it will not be affected in your outputs. So normally if you control these ones, this is let's say you have set your highs to, let's say 6 or 0 dBs over there. Is 0. Okay, so 0 dBs, let's assume that's what you've done. We'll explain this one later. 0 0 0 0, let's say 0. The bass we can do slightly past 0. Now assuming this is your setup, these are just a rough setup. If you press this button, if it lights up, that means whatever you have done over here will not be affected in your output levels. Okay, so that's the function of the equalizer bypass. Simply means you've bypassed the equalizer setup. If you say low cut means you have reduced the intensity of the lows. So you've cut the lows. That's what the low cut means. You've reduced the intensity of the low frequencies. Okay, then there's another one called the range, plus or minus 12. When this one is off like that one, you'll be experiencing a plus, that's not a minus 12 dBs cut. Okay, so you reduce the intensity of the input coming in by a range of 12 dBs. If you press it on like that, you increase the intensity of the signal coming in by 12 dB. So that means more more power. So this thing is repeated still down here for your 2 channels. That's channel 1 and channel B. So normally if you want to be in full control, you switch them all off like this. So that means that you are the one who is controlling your equalizer. So that's how you use the equalizer. We will do another video now explaining how you do a signal from the mixer to the equalizer to the crossover, then to the power amplifier. So for today, that is it. That is our video for the equalizer.